Okay, so Dynamite was last night. I have got up early to watch this, but I do not care. This shit was great. I really enjoyed Dynamite last night, this morning, whatever. I thought it was excellent. And there's one thing, if you know me, there's one thing that's been announced or teased. I cannot believe that, but we'll get to that. Let's go through it because there's a lot I really enjoyed doing and want to talk about. So first, we had the little small opening promos from the Babes of Wrath, Mega Bad, and I forget who else. It was just small little promos. The main ones I remember were Mega Bad and Babes of Wrath teasing their matches. I'm enjoying that they're doing them, but they're not as fun as I thought they were, so maybe they could be just a novelty, I don't know. But then the first match, as I predicted, was Moxley versus El Clon, and as I predicted again, this match was insane. Absolutely fucking nuts. I loved it. El Clon truly showed out. How Moxley sells everything is so perfect. Like, perfect. And to the extent of, like, with El Clon, he's very weird. Like, it's very much, like, even in this match, it really amplifies it. How, like, he'll do these little small low kicks, scorpion kicks-esque, and just that weird strikes, like the bend. I love it. I love everything about it. There's this one point where Moxley's on the ropes, and El Clon goes up to it and just taps the rope, so it just gives Moxley, like, a knock in the throat. It's phenomenal. El Clon's the fucking man. I love El Clon. This felt like a really lucha-heavy AEW Dynamite, and I'm never going to complain about that shit. Moxley obviously looked great. There was one thing I really loved about it, because obviously El Clon does the Pele kick, essentially. And I love how he sells it, obviously, and how he performs it. But then after it, he always leans back because he's weird and does the taunt. And he does the taunt, and then Moxley just gives him a fucking cutter. It's fucking great. Moxley's stomp, obviously, is perfect. I love how they just made this. Like, Moxley's matches so far in the Continental Belt run has been fun. They've been great. Shelton, Josh Alexander, El Clon, Takeshita, obviously. They've been great. And it's like, even Mark Davis. And it's like, they feel like this one was the most showcasey of El Clon so far. And I'm all for that because he was he was so good. I love El Clon. I've really been impressed. I didn't expect to take to this guy as much as I have, but he's one of my favourites on the roster. Moxley does get the win. They do go to the wire, though. I was like, I'm surprised how close to the wire they were going. But they give El Clon the loss towards the end. I think it was due to he gives him a Death Rider and stuff. It's like, it's phenomenal, bro. Honestly, this is a really good match. My match of the night, I think. Well, debatably. But I really enjoyed this. I expected to enjoy it a lot, and I hope a lot. I've not been online yet, obviously. I hope a lot of people have really took to notice how good El Clon is, because I thought he absolutely stole the show. As Moxley's provided, again, we all know how good John Moxley is, but this match was great. Definitely keep an eye on it, because obviously we're going to get furthermore with him. No Takeshita involvement, no Takeshita mentioned. There wasn't a promo after it, but I thought we'd get something like that. But it was very tough. It felt like a very tough match for Moxley, which I enjoyed. So I'm happy they portrayed it as that. But yeah, a very, very good match. So, after that, we actually got a small recap of Swerve versus Kenny and what happened. And then during it was weird. You hear a voice going, nah, like, you know, they cut it off, going, you don't understand. I'm like, what the hell's going on? But then it was Nana in real time, calling him out. He walks out to the announce desk, and he's calling saying they don't get it. And then, so you think 100,000 is going to bother Swerve? So then Swerve comes out, and Swerve just puts everyone on notice. But the crowd's cheering him. Obviously, he's heel now, which is much better. And he goes, you guys, and they're all cheering him, and then he basically goes, you guys all happy with what I did? And someone are going, yeah, and he goes, I'm surprised, because it's not nice when it goes to your favourites. Like, well, I don't think they said no. But he basically puts everyone on notice, saying the most dangerous man in AEW's back after beating Kenny. He's in line for a title shot. Bullshit. But a lot of title shots going around. But yeah, honestly, I really enjoyed it. I thought the promo was very, very intense. I swear, very, like I said, putting everyone on notice, which is the main thing, to say he is the most dangerous man. Just kind of like reaffirming that, and like kind of saying, don't fuck with me because I am that guy. And I'm just happy they turned him heel still. I'm still ham. I think they could have given him a match, but I know he's just come back from suspension, that they tried to play that angle. I don't know. He did go from a point of, I didn't know what they were going to do with this. I was quite surprised. He does say, before All In, I got asked by because he's bragging about taking all the elite out. And now he's saying, basically with Hangman before All In, he said, Hangman asked, do I regret it? And at the time I said, yeah. And now I look back on it, it was the most successful time. So I want to continue that, but I have no regrets. And it's like, oh God, Swerve's really going to kill Kenny's cat needs to run. But yeah, that was basically the promo, just putting everyone on notice. No real direct call out, which, you know, we probably do get someone with Kenny again or something. But either way, we know what we're gonna get, because after this we get a backstage promo with Brody King and Bandido, and Brody King straight up calling Bandido's just giving Brody like a massage and tapping, hyping him up. I love Bandido, bro. We'll get to Bandido, Jesus. And then Brody saying, Swerve, do you think you're the most dangerous man in AEW? Blah, blah, blah. Basically, Brody's arguing his own point, by all means. And then he's basically hyping himself up, saying, I'm sick and tired of this. I'm going back in that world title scene, basically, with him. He's got the match with Mark Davis. And then just, you know, basically confirming, look, Swerve, you're not the most dangerous man in AEW. I am. So they're clearly teasing that, and we'll get to that later on. But solid promo by Swerve. The Brody one wasn't too long, but it was still super good. And I just got to see Bandido on screen. I'm always happy about that. After this, we actually got Orange Cassidy versus Gabe Kidd. Now, I ain't hyped for this match. I ain't looking forward to it. Cassidy, it's very, very simplistic for Cassidy. It's Cassidy needs to get the win. We just need to get to that point. The thing is with Gabe, his striking's good, but he's trying to be Moxley way too much, and it's like they're trying to portray him as way too insane. It's like it just doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. The guy's striking's good. Cassidy takes a back foot until, like, you know, there's a point where they're doing the chop segments and he's just doing the slow chops, and like Gabe Kidd's looking at him like, are you for real? I kind of like that because Gabe Kidd wants all this intensity, but I don't know, there's something lacking there, frankly. But after that, the match continues. Obviously, Cassidy does get the pockets in. I was surprised with the outcome. I thought Cassidy was going to win. Cassidy did not win, but there was no interferences in the match, which surprised me, but I kind of liked that. I kind of enjoyed that. So after the match, Gabe Kidd calls Clark Connors out. Clark Connors comes out to attack, and then obviously Darby's music hits. And then Darby takes Clark and Gabe Kidd, and he's screaming, ah! You know, it's great. Darby's I forget how over Darby is sometimes. Darby is fucking over. And, like, I love Darby. Darby's one of my favourites, but Jesus, you know what I mean? It's crazy how over he is sometimes. And the match was fine, like I said. Like, the Cassidy spots were basically, you know, doesn't get too much to do. Once he gets the hands in the pockets, you know, and gets, like, you know, a bit more athletic, it's fine. But Gabe Kidd just kind of takes him out. It's kind of, I didn't really like that. I think I get why you're doing that to, you know, upsell Gabe Kidd in a way, but in my opinion, you just got to protect Cassidy. I think you could have done the Darby interfering spots, and if they're gonna say we don't want to be too repetitive, I mean, I'm sorry, you do this like every week. Like, there's no problem with it. It's just something you've got to kind of acknowledge. But it was fine. It was a good match all in all. It's just Gabe Kidd isn't for me. If you enjoyed it, that's fine. It just wasn't for me personally. But yeah, solid enough. You know, they clearly teased a tag match with Darby, Cassidy versus Gabe and Connors. I'm not against it, but I just think we need to give something else for Darby and just get Clark again. I can't stress this enough. Get Clark Connors on his damn own. I like the guy on his own. He looks the deal. He looks like he can go. Just doesn't fit with Gabe for me, but that's just me. So after this, we actually got Thunder Rosa and Chris Statlander backstage. They confirmed Statlander's cleared just then, so she won't be getting kind of a match till Saturday. After that, Thunder Rosa's calling Tekla out after last week because they confirmed Thunder Rosa got a title shot next Dynamite, not Revolution, next Dynamite. So then, and then Thunder Rosa basically goes to start, you know, because Thunder Rosa's going on. Once she's going Tekla and she speaks in Spanish, couldn't even say what she said. And then she basically confirms the stat that they've got a match with them two. There's Sisters of Sin. I think it's on Collision. And Statlander's just like, be careful, and you're very wary. And then Thunder Rosa's like, you think I can't do it? Oh, go away. I'm not, you know, this champ's built on people like me, and then walks off. And Renee goes, Stat, why are you saying, like, to be careful to Thunder Rosa? And Stat just looks at her like that and walks off. So I thought that was pretty funny. But there's small segments. I mean, you can guess what they're going to do is start at Tekla, building that up again. But Tekla still should have had a segment here. Still bullshit that she never. But we're getting one on Collision. So, happy. So, we get a showcase match. A showcase match, you know, one of those matches. A standby match, that's what they call it. I call it a showcase match. It was my boy, Kevin Knight. I was very happy about this. This is Mansoor, which I was surprised. I was surprised he didn't get an indie talent. I love Mansoor, bro. I love MXM TV. They're funny as hell. I like how they give Mansoor stuff to do. Like, they give his personality where he's doing, like, the thingy and blowing kisses and stuff. Kevin, like, destroys him, you know, gets his UFO splash and stuff on him, obviously. But Jesus, I love Manzo. I just don't get my thought process was, okay, one man, you just extend the time of a match. You've got, especially at the end of the main event, like that was mad. You could have extended that by only like 2-3 minutes. They could have done the MXM TV open call out. Or my thought process is, if you don't know what you're doing with Max Caster again, we haven't seen him in weeks. Do the Max Caster open challenge. Wouldn't be that hard. That would have worked. I hope they bring one of those two back, MXM TV or the Max Caster open challenge, because I really enjoyed them. But I'm nice to see Kevin Knight. Kevin Knight asks for the mic after it and basically says, we all know Hangman's basically going to beat Max Revolution. I'm like, Kevin. And then he basically says, you can see the Jets being getting wins. And I'm like, oh, you have, Kevin. You're the fucking man. And basically says, Hangman, I would love to be your first challenge for the World Championship when you get it back. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Kevin. Fuck yeah. You do what you want, bro. You're the man. And then he basically goes on to say, like, you know, end of the day, the Jets isn't the future, but he's also the now. And I'm like, I've been saying that for fucking months. Tony still watches this fucking program, my channel. But yeah, I'm just happy to see Kevin Knight singles. I fucking love Kevin Knight, bro. So good. So after this, we actually got the MGF and Hangman promo. Now, so they both come out, and then MGF's basically going, Hangman, you know, I respect it. And he's basically telling the crowd to shut up, and basically says, look, I fought in my stipulation. I just, you know, wanted to get over. And he does mention the Cody thing. Obviously, he goes, Hangman, I don't know if you feel like you're historical. You're not a history buff. You got to realize you're the second person who's going to be doing this, and I'm going to end their career as world champ. I'm like, yeah, love that. And Hangman's like, like that. I love that. Hangman had weird facial expressions. I thought it was funny. And basically, MJF goes on to say, look, I've thought of a stipulation, and I'm going to find a fair way. So his stipulation was that anything goes for Max match, where basically Max could do whatever the fuck he wanted, and Hangman couldn't do damn shit. I love that. And then MJF was like, because he really didn't want to do a Texas Death, he's like, you wanted to do a Texas Death, but I think mine is great. And then Hangman goes, that's better than you know, let's talk about your dog shit idea. The crowd goes over going, dog shit. It was funny as hell. And then Max goes, I've got a 50-50 chance, that's completely fair, I'm gonna do it, flip the coin. And Hangman's like, okay. And he flips the coin, double heads, lands on it. Max is made up, he's actually thrilled. He gets on the top rope, starts celebrating. I fucking love how funny Max is. Hangman goes, you're scared of a Texas Death. You know, imagine like glass going through your thingy, your back ripping your flesh, stuff like that. And then Max walks off after the coin flip. And then Hangman goes, wait, Max, give me the coin. And then Max goes, I don't have to give you shit. And walks to the ramp. And then Jet Speed walk out and like blocking him off. And I'm like, oh shit, I love this. I adore this. And then after that, he goes to walk past him. And I'm like, no way, it's got to be Brody. It's got to be Brody. Brody walks out. I'm fucking Bandito. Ah! Then yeah, so they broke him out. It is a double-sided coin. And I'm like, oh fuck. And then Shivani goes, wait a second, because it's rigged, it's going to be Texas Death. How Hangman's thrilled. Max has got his face in his hands, kneeling. He is terrified. Yes, I'm for it. It had to be Texas Death anyway. But I loved how they did that. That was a great little promo segment. That's it. It wasn't really too much said. It was just funny. Like, I think MGF doesn't get the credit for being as funny as he is. I think he's hilarious, bro. I think he's fucking hilarious. But I love this segment. I thought it was really funny. And like, even Max said, like, Hangman says, do you really think I'm that much of a dumbass? Fucking hell. I love that. I love that. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to this match more and more. Texas Death, I adore Hangman. I adore Texas Death matches. Yeah, all for it. Fucking great segments. Really fun. So, after this, we actually got the Brawling Birds vignette from last week, where they're basically going, did you see what we did out there? We're great. You know, the British, I don't know if you knew that they're British. I don't know if you could tell. And Jamie and Alex Windsor are basically going, we're great, aren't we? You know, we don't give a flying fuck. That's their catchphrase, because they're birds. And then they're going, you know, just putting everyone on notice and go, you thirsty, you want a pint? That's it. They're British, by the way. If you didn't get that, they are British. They're British. They're British. But after that, we actually got the Babes of Wrath versus Mega Bad, Penelope Ford and Megan Bain. I noticed, though, before it, they have Lena Cross, or Lex Cross, but I forget her name already. It's Lena Cross, I think, on the Titantron already with them, so they're definitely a faction. I adore that. I really didn't expect that. I just thought she was going to be helping out now and again. I like that she's on the Tron. That's good. She doesn't walk out with them, though. She walks out to the point and then walks back. It's weird. The match was fine. It was definitely more of a sprint. I mean, I'm just not into them. I'm not into these matches anymore. Like, you know, they're not bad. I'm not into the Babes of Wrath. I think it's stale. It's exactly the way. It's stale as all hell. And it just needed a shake-up. The match does get broken up by frankly, by a Lana Cross interference. Like, the main things in the match, Harley was just getting thrown about as, like, Megan. Megan was doing just... Megan does all the heavy lifting, it feels like. It feels like it was going to be more Megan and Willow centered. They started, but they kind of tagged them out. Not relatively soon, but quicker than I would have. But, yeah, fine, really. I didn't dislike it. I thought they were going to have some Babes of Wrath people run out, but they never. Obviously, they all run beat them down. And then, you know, grab the belts and then throw it back at Willow. That was kind of it. The match was good. Like I said, Megan Bayne does a lot of the heavy lifting, literally and, you know, metaphorically. She does a lot of kicking. There was a splash, I think it was by Penelope, that was great. Obviously, Penelope's really good aerially, so that was good. But, yeah, I can't really recall much, I can't lie, because it is just stale, and it just kind of... I watched this, bro, I got up at fucking 4 o'clock in the morning, 4:30 in the morning. So, like, give me some credit. But I'm just not... The match wasn't insane, but it wasn't bad. I'm not going to say it's City and goes awful. It wasn't bad, but it just wasn't for me. And that's fine. If you enjoyed the Babes of Wrath, that's more to you. If you didn't drop the belts, what the fuck? Oh, but fucking opposite of that, we got Mark Davis versus Brody King next. This was great. I really enjoyed this. It is the definition of meat on meat. It's fucking phenomenal. Just heavy hitting. Brody, just Mark Davis. It's insane. Like, Brody just is portrayed much more stronger than Mark Davis, which I enjoyed. Mark Davis looked great though. Mark Davis, he does like this one chop where because he fucked his hand last week, he's like, I love that. Don Callis is actually on commentary for this one. And the crowd obviously does then chant the fuck Ice. And then they do I love this chant, fuck Don Callis and fuck Ice too. I thought that was great. Brody looks great. I mean, I love how just they're really pushing Brody. I love it. I love how they're making Brody portray, because Mark Davis, you cannot deny Mark Davis has been portrayed excellent in the last few weeks for how Brody beat him. And not like in a clear-cut way, but give him that advantage of strength and stuff. I really enjoyed. I really did. I think this match, again, it was just definition of beef on beef. It wasn't the longest. It didn't have to be. But it was just great. I really fucking enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one. I was busy at this point, so I was like, I couldn't tell you specifically what was going on. I was like kind of listening to it, I was watching it, you know what I mean, but like, you know, not fully attentive. I'm getting ready for work. And then the match, but what I did see was just meat on meat on meat, and it was fucking great. I really did enjoy it. But the main thing, Jesus Christ, the fucking main thing, after the match, Brody grabs the mic and he goes, you know, I'm sick and tired. I'm the most dangerous man in AEW. I want a match at Revolution. I'm looking for a fight. And it cuts to Swerve and now looking at him backstage. I'm like, yeah, that's what we're gonna do. And I'm not against that. I think that's a great match. But then Bandido's there. And Bandito goes, I, Amano, and I, a Revolution, and look at the match too. This is like the best thing ever. And then Andrade's music hits and the crowd fucking erupts. Like, oh, I'm like, yes. Oh my god, that's incredible. That's a dream match to me. That's fucking insane. Andrade versus Bandito at Revolution. They don't even say nothing. Bandito does like the gun and goes like that, and then Andrade just puts his hand out and does the point. Oh my god, bro, like that shit. Like I said, I'm like, it's early, so I'm a bit like I'm a bit faded, but I'm just like, that woke me right. I was like, Jesus fuck, like it was insane. Oh my god, that's my highlights of the night. I loved Mox versus El Clan. That shit was nuts. Fucking, oh my god, Bandito versus Andrade, Jesus. And the match versus Davis versus with Brody was great, don't get me wrong, but Bandito versus Andrade, what? That's insane. That's nuts. My fucking god. After that, backstage, we get Kyle Fletcher with the pink belt, and he's getting asked about, you know, Tommaso Ciampa last week. He goes, Tommaso, you come to the AEW with the best wrestler and you regret it. You got to go against the best, and look at, you know, you're crying for Sylvie back. Well, Sylvie's pinky. He's got the pink strap. And then Okada rocks up. Okada's like, Kyle, you're right. You're the best TNT champion ever. And I'm like, oh my god, fuck you. And then he goes, and for the first time ever on Collision, I think me and you should officially debut as a team as Proto Carter, and Kyle go, because obviously Sam going, you're a Grace champ, unlike Takeshita. I was like, fuck you. And then Kyle agrees. He goes, yeah. And I'm like, Kyle, no, you're a horse. Stop it. He's gonna fuck off, Kyle. No, stop it. But yeah, we're getting Proto Carter on Collision. Yes. I fucking love Kyle. I fucking love Okada. Takeshita is going to kill this man, and it's gonna be insane. Oh my god, my heart's broken. My heart is broken. But Okada's a home wrecker, and I can't deny it. Like, literally is. So the last thing on Dynamite is something that's fucking insane. We had the mile high madness match between the Demand Ricochet, so the Demand Ricochet and Gates of Agony, FTR, versus the Rascals, well, two of them, the Young Bucks and Jack Perry. This match is fucking insane. They really try an anarchy in the arena, and I'm not against it. They have the music playing, the Jungle Boys theme. The crowd are going, oh, it's great. The fucking shit that you get. And Toa Leone is booked as the strongest man, as like literally a Goliath, which he should be. Ricochet's flips. It's just great. I mean, it's one of those matches where you literally couldn't describe it. You couldn't. It's very hard. It was fun though. So fucking fun. You have you get a 5v1 super kick, basically a BT trigger. I love that. You get multiple, combinations, Bucks versus FTR versus the Rascals, Ricochet versus Perry, stuff like this, and I love that. There's a point where Toa Leone's got, I think it was Desmond Xavier on the... No, it wasn't Desmond Xavier. It was the other one. And I think it was Zachary Wentz. I can remember his name! And he's holding him, about to throw him off the top of the ramp. And then the other Rascal, the one who isn't in the match, comes out with a fire extinguisher and sprays him with it. Then does like this insane flip. Nuts. Towards the start, Jack Perry goes underneath and he pulls out a vacuum and then gets like the filter and throws it at Toa Leone's head, so the dirt, the dust is just living. Oh, it's phenomenal visually. They pull out all 5 tables and they put everyone through the tables. They even put Toa Leone through the table, which was really cool. The crowd were loving it. It was just a fun match, frankly. Like, you're watching it and you're kind of out of breath. It's like, Jesus, this was just like, it was like, I think it was only like 15-20 minutes, but not even 20 minutes, but Jesus, it was just miles. It was just rapid, and it wasn't like very centralized, but like in a good way. It was just nuts, and like madness was the exact term to explain it. I really enjoyed it. I don't normally love matches like these to break down, and I'm struggling to now, as you can probably tell, but it was a fun main event. It was a great way to end Dynamite, I won't lie. The Bucks, Perry, and Rascals get the win, which is good. But as a whole, it was solid. I don't normally love matches like these, but I really did for this one, and that's, again, unlike me, but it deserved it. It was a fun match, and I'm not going to complain about it. Again, I'm not really breaking this down great, but I really enjoyed it. I really did. It's one of those where I didn't expect them to go the Anarchy in the Arena route, but I enjoyed it anyway. I think the crowd, being there live would have been excellent, 100%, and it's not better than Mox versus Elcon for me, but I get it if you say it is. It just isn't for me. I enjoyed that match a lot, but this as a spectacle was just pure fucking insanity, and you got to admire it. So yeah, that was Dynamite this week. I thought it was really fucking good. Really good. I think, personally, the Elcon versus Moxley match was excellent. The promo with Max and the Max and Hangman promo was excellent. Texas Death getting confirmed for Revolution. Sets up a lot for Revolution. Obviously, still problems. You've still got Tekla not on Dynamite, which is nuts. And they even mention it. Swerve being back was huge. Bro, I just can't believe Andrade versus Bandido's getting set up. That's like all-time shit. That's like easily, to me, like Revolution stacked. You get Mox versus Takeshita, no time limit. That's been taken over by Bandito versus Andrade. The crowd erupting for that gave me life. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. It's insane. Get Dorada in it. And then it's up to Dorada. And then but overall, Jesus, what a card, what a match. Again, no Tekla, pisses me off. Takeshita not being there surprised me. I think he's at the New Japan event, which I will be talking about because Yota Tsuji's facing Andrade. But then again, there's the excuse, Andrade's there. Where's Takeshita? What the fuck? Yeah, I was surprised we didn't get a little bit more Death Rider stuff, It was just, I feel like this Dynamite was very, very good, and I don't want to sound complaining at all, because I loved this Dynamite, but it was just more, I don't know, I feel like some people were missing, but not in a bad way, because you can't have everyone on the card, but like Takeshita not being there was weird to me. But again, you kind of get it. Tekla not being there is unexcusable though. You got to really like kind of elaborate on that. Like you've got a new women's world champ. She won it on Dynamite, and you've not even give her a true segment, even on Collision. Like that's nuts. It's fucking insane. Like you need that. That needs to change. Frankly, I don't know what the problem is, and it's the thing is Tekla already in that promo is fucking it's incredible. So just get her on Dynamite. I don't know what the holdup is. And they give her a render with the belt too, which normally they don't do. So that means hopefully it's lasting for a while. Hopefully, touch wood. But either way, really good. And yeah, fucking Bandito versus fucking Andrade, bro. I'm not going to complain about that. Jesus Christ. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Dynamite this week. I really enjoyed it, like I said. What did you think? Did you watch the show? I'm trying to get this out a bit earlier because I love AEW. And I like talking about it. But yeah, what was your favourite match of the night? Was it Mox versus Elcon? If not, what did you think of the Mile High Madness match? Because I can imagine a lot of people got a lot of stuff to say about that. I thought it was great. But fucking Andrade versus Bandito, Jesus Christ.